Hello, hello, dear Aquarius. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you for being here. This is your February 1st until the 15th of 2020. I'm doing your divine spread as I do at the beginning of the month. I have done astrology as well. I have done the astrology for February. So for those of you that are interested, stay till the end of the reading. Your divine card is Judgment, and Judgment is the energy of Scorpio, but it's also resurrection, a second chance that you're being given at this time, dear Aquarius. So it's Plutonian. Now we have had Pluto and Saturn activated by the eclipses. It is the still very strong. And this is also saying that you've got a second chance. Fate, spirit are all giving you a second chance at something. So let's look at your spread, your divine spread. This is Archangel Michael telling you this is a wake-up call. You're getting another chance. So have another go. This is your birthday time. Very, very positive time for you. So at your foundation, you've got the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups we know is a new beginning, an emotional new beginning. What is hidden from you, what you don't see, is the World card. And the World can be a successful ending to a karmic cycle. It can also be world travel, okay? And it is also getting through all these difficult fixed energies. Venus is ready to be reborn. She's in the womb, ready to be rebirthed, and we know that Judgment is also a rebirth. Let's look at the recent past. We have the Strength card, which is the card of Leo. This is asking for you to have courage and be strong. Major arcanas, strong reading up to here. And you may also be dealing with a Leo. Now, Scorpio and Leo are both fixed energies, so are you, dear Aquarius, so it hasn't been easy. Let's look at the now. 10 of Wands, you're at the end of a burdensome cycle. This turns into an ace. What is your trajectory, your goal? Now, this is in the area of Capricorn. If we're looking at the table as a zodiac wheel, 5 of Pentacles says that there are changes that are coming through. You've been feeling left out in the cold. You've had a sense of not being happy for whatever reason, maybe even financially. Let's look at the advice and action. Where are you heading towards? You're heading to some sort of stability. Now, if you've been dealing with maybe even getting ready to commit to some sort of a situation, this is a celebration. This may have drained your finances. Maybe your work situation is lacking because of family obligations. Okay. Again, I see the 4 of Wands as it is the marriage card, but it's also stabilizing something where work is concerned. Okay, maybe you've been putting in the work and not seeing the result, but you will succeed. What's your outcome? We've got the Temperance card, which is, it does signify Jupiter, and Jupiter is expansion and growth. It does bring in luck. Okay, Temperance can also speak of keeping the faith that something very positive is coming in for you. It's asking for you to be patient. Let's look at the divine position, planetarily, how you're being affected. And we've got the Knight of Swords, which is something very quick. Information is coming through very quickly. Okay, you're quickly moving into love, maybe securing love, maybe even starting something emotionally new. Something to do with your stability, your home, your security. That's how I see that. What's at the bottom of the deck? We have the Queen of Wands. You may be dealing with a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Okay, the Queen of Wands is someone who's the go-getter, very spontaneous, very lucky, very desirable as well. She's the boss. She's a leader in her own right, and she could have her own business. This could also be your energy, but I do feel that this is who you are dealing with. Okay, someone who's very very driven. She would act before she thinks. She does have a lot of creativity as well. What's beneath that? And we've got the Tower, so there is a sudden shift. Uranus being in the sign of Taurus, Uranus is your ruling planet, is bringing you some sort of a change. Okay, now the Queen of Wands, again, does speak of desires, does speak of creativity, and again, suddenly she is someone who, as I said, is very lucky. So it could be a very lucky time for you, dear Aquarius, right now. Okay, so let's take some more cards. What I'd like to see is the astrology. If you're interested in the decks I'm using, this is the Black Moon Astrology cards. They will be named in the description box below. So please, Spirit, for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? What are they dealing with? Beginning to mid of February 2020. We have 4th house and roots. And we do have a newborn here, which is something new coming in for you. As you could see, this is the family tree. It does speak of family. This is the family tree, which can speak of health as well. Some of you are feeling as though you're being reborn here. There is some sort of a cycle that's ending around your home. This could even be a cycle where it's as though you're stepping into a new era where your commitments, your foundation, your home is concerned. Let's take some more cards. Let's take more cards. I want to look at this Judgment card. What's that all about? What's this resurrection? Now, we know that the Tower can also speak of Pluto as well. So you are going through transformation, change. Let's look at the Judgment, which is the Karma Dharma. We have the 3 of Cups, which can be a celebration. Yes, going out, having drinks, surrounding yourself with kindred spirits, people that you love. These could even be 3 siblings. And another card. We've got the Star card. And not surprising at all. This is your card, dear Aquarius. This is a card of hope. This is a card of faith, holding on to what you believe to be true. This is also showing the future, that the star is shining for you. It is your time. It is for you, the time for you to shine bright to the world. Okay, we are having a full moon in the sign of Leo at the beginning of the month. That is your 7th house of relationship, partnership, or any sort of relationships. Let's look at the Ace of Cups. What's that all about? And we've got the King of Swords, which is, for me, it's Aquarian energy. This is you. You're standing very strong. You are showing up as a king. Okay, you're speaking your truth. Okay, this could be a successful new beginning in a love situation, something that's going to make you very happy. Let's look at the World. This could also mean communication about love, sharing the communication and sharing about your emotions and how you are feeling. Let's look at the World card. We've got the 7 of Wands, which is, you know, you're sticking to your guns, you're insisting, you're also defending yourself, you're protecting yourself against naysayers, against a situation that maybe you've been pushing through to end some sort of a cycle in your life. Maybe some of you are hoping, maybe you've got a lot of obligations. Some of you want to travel, could be at a distance. We do have the World and the Star. You may, and a Temperance card, which is also a card of foreign places and people, different cultures. Here we've got the 9 of Swords. You've been trying to manifest something that you've needed to. You're trying to manifest something. Leo is all about showing things to the world. Leo is taking that risk. Some of you are having trouble being waiting. We've got 2 cards of patience here, obviously, with the Temperance card and the Strength card. Also, the Strength card is a card of courage. Some of you are hoping to do something that you're worried about, okay? But it's a time of courage right now and feeling powerful and going for what you desire. There's been a lot of worry in your recent past, I see here. Maybe you are dealing with someone that is could be very strong-willed. If you are dealing with a Leo, Leo is someone who is also a fixed energy, and therefore they can be quite, I don't want to say the word stubborn, but fixed energy, like they have their ideas, and they feel, you know, Leos are leaders. So therefore, maybe you are dealing with a Leo that's not someone that's easy to tame, if you get what I mean. Let's look at that Ten of Wands, which is in the now position. You're obviously getting to the end of a burden. Maybe you've been working very hard and you're wanting to take a bit of time out. Okay, maybe the burden that you've been dealing with, it was necessary for you to take a bit of time out. Maybe you're dealing with something that you can't find the answer to, and therefore you are spending a bit of alone time, downtime, trying to get to the end of some cycle, something that's been heavy for you. Let's look at that Five of Pentacles. And we've got the Five of Swords. Maybe this could be competition where work is concerned, a lot of competition. You've got the Four and the Five. You've taken a bit of time out. There is strong competition here. 2 5s equal a 10. This is the end of the burden. And again, you've got the swords, you've got the intelligence and the brain power, let's say, to win over your competitors. Now, this is also a conflictual energy. 2 cards of conflict. It hasn't been easy for you, obviously. Now, in the Five of Swords, we've got 3 people, and with the Four of Swords here, we do have that 3 of Swords that you are focusing on here. So it doesn't have to be a love triangle, obviously, but you may be dealing with 3 people where the competition is tough. Maybe there's been some sort of a disappointment, but there is progression here from the 4 to the 5. Let's go to the Four of Wands, the action and advice. And we've got the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Okay, King of Cups is someone who's very emotionally open, someone who's very giving. I was going to take the next card for the position of the outcome. We've got 4 cards that fell out. I'm going to only take the top card, and we've got the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is quick flight travel, messages through the air. I will show you the cards just in case for those of you that wanted to see what fell out. And we have the Knight of Wands, which is quick movement, being driven to move fast, creatively, following your desires. This again is travel for work, I would say. So it's like you've got the 9 of Wands as well. Here is the 10. So you've been standing up and keeping strong, trying to finish a situation, and you're in between. You're looking at what you've invested in, and you have to keep going. For some reason, there is some sort of movement that you need to take. Now, this could mean travel, of course. This could mean going for what you desire and believing in, at some point you're going to have that break, right? That break that you've been hoping to have, and that could mean taking a break and traveling somewhere. That could be what kind of a break you're after. Some of you could be traveling to other cultures, different countries, different states for business as well. Let's look at this position here, which is 2 5s. 5 of Pentacles and 5 of Swords, and we've got the King of Wands. Now we've got 3 Kings, and 3 Kings could be the competitive energies that you are dealing with, dear Aquarius. For me, this is you. You may have a partner that you are working with, right? King of Wands. Three Kings, first of all, for me mean protection. Second of all, the King of Wands could be someone in the work scene, but it can also mean that you are very creative and you are a go-getter, very spontaneous, very desirable where your career is concerned. So you're putting everything into it. King of Wands is fire energy, and it's also very creative. Here with the King of Cups, this could be another side to you. This could be another side to you where your home, your stability, and even a marriage is concerned. This could be you in three different lights, let's say, three different times, three different moments. That at work you're all very powerful and you're the go-getter, very creative. At home you're very open emotionally, and here again, and concerning your stability, even your foundation, your family, sometimes even I suppose at home, could you be the King of Swords where you're very intelligent, but again you're sitting on the Ace of Cups. Maybe you're just learning to open up. Here, this is the progression where you've become the King of Cups and you've opened your heart. At some point in the past, maybe you were not open. But here, we've got the Queen of Wands, which is the general energy, and we've got the King of Wands, which is, and they're facing each other. This is a couple. So maybe some of you, and in your status, you're actually becoming more spontaneous. You're going to fight for what you love to do, what you want to do, what you desire to do. And this is also in the area of status. So you're taking charge. You are taking charge where relationships are concerned. Where business is concerned, you're fierce, you're ferocious, and you're very strong, very intelligent. And fire and air, my God, you can be very explosive. So even through your intellect, you can win. You've got one over the others. And Aquarius is very, very intelligent, I must say. Now, as I said, some of you may be dealing with a partner at work that is very creative. There could be some sort of a conflict of interest, conflict in relation to finances, could be anything like that. Here, this is the action and advice. And the action and advice is that King of Cups could be someone that you could be dealing in your home. For some of those of you that this is a same-sex relationship, you may be dealing with another water sign, which mostly would be Scorpio, more than likely. For those of you that are in a same-sex couple, you may be committing to this King of Cups. Let's take more cards. Now, the King of Cups could also be, for others of you, this could be a brother, right? So another Scorpio, dear Aquarius, you may have a Scorpio brother. Could be any other water sign, but mainly Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I'm going to take a card now on the Knight of Swords here. And we have the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is a card of expansion and growth. It's also a very positive omen that quickly there is success where career is concerned. Now with the Knight of Swords, it is all about action and communication. And here we've got, again, three people. So this could be conversations, quick news coming through in relation to some success here at work. Now, also, I'm going to say, because we've got three kings. Now, the general energy, yes, is the Queen of Wands, which is what a queen's all about. They're all about knowledge. Now, the Queen of Wands is someone who's very creative. She's got a lot of knowledge around that. Also, the way business should be done, anything to do with creativity. So this could be someone that you are dealing with. You could be partnered up at work with someone who is, you're on the same page, dear Aquarius. Also, I'm going to say that for some of you, we do have 3 kings. We've got the 3 of Pentacles here. Could this be a same-sex relationship where there's 3 masculine energies? I suppose it could be. I suppose it could be, and why not? Let's take one more card on this. Let's take one more card on this divine position. And we've got the 4 of Pentacles, 3 and 4 of Pentacles. So I would say that the success that is coming through here quickly that you will find out about is something that you've wanted for a long time. That's what I would say. And it's probably, and it could be, even though this is the Miser card, even though it is the Miser card, the 3 of Pentacles does speak of expanding and growing, and therefore the next step would be the 4 of Pentacles. This could mean, because it is a 4, stabilizing your finances around, you know, the money that's coming through, the success and the expansion here is better than it was, but still you feel as though you need to be very careful with your finances. And some of you may be planning on purchasing a new home, something like that, and you are being very careful with that, with your finances. Now, the King of Cups could be someone around your home that is in your life, could be someone that's very emotionally open, someone who's very loving, nurturing, could be anyone around you and around your home. But as I said, it could also be another side to you that at home, this is who you are, this is who you've grown to be. Yes, and we've got the 4th house and roots. So there is a lot around family situations here in this reading. I'm going to take one card on this Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, which is the general energy, and she is very lucky. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a number 10, and 10s are completions, of course, but they do break down to the Ace, which is a new beginning. The Wheel of Fortune, again, is Sagittarius. It is Jupiter. The karmic wheel is turning. Again, it could speak of foreign places and people. Could this Queen of Wands be someone that you may be dealing with who is from a different culture, could be from a different background for others of you, or could be someone that you are hoping to travel and go and see. This could be a romantic partner, someone that is meeting you halfway, I feel that I need to say. And that could be emotionally as well as literally. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is I'm going to take some Sibillas. Let's look at the Karma Dharma position. What is this wish fulfillment that could be at a distance to you? It's got to do with the future. Well, it doesn't have to be the distant future, but we know that the star is something far away, but it is something that something that's going to bring you the healing and something that you've been hoping for. We have melancholia, which is the 5 of Pentacles. Some sort of a depression in relation to feeling left out in the cold, which you've got the 5 again right here. 5 of Pentacles is a bit of an imbalance, so it's been tough. Maybe we've got the 3 of Cups here, and the melancholia is sitting right on top of the 3 of Cups, which can be a card of gossip. We have La Reunion here, which is the 8 of Wands. So there is some sort of a reunion, a meeting, a getting together, a meeting, right, which is going to come in quickly. And this is the resurrection. This is, again, it says you're being given a second chance, a second chance at a rebirth. Now, Pluto is money from other sources. It's your partner's money. It's intimacy, emotional and physical. What else do we have? And we know that Scorpio, again, is very deep. So that's probably why there was melancholy here, because once upon a time there was celebration, but there was a lack of with the melancholia, and the resurrection is the reunion. And here we've got the Viaggio, which is the Three of Wands. Remember that Knight of Wands that fell out? Well, this is very similar to, this is the Voyager, the person who travels. Three of Wands is someone that is looking towards the distance. Again, the knight in shining armor coming through. Three of Wands, someone that's been waiting and hoping for a wish to be able to get away for this meeting, for this getting together. And again, there could have been family obligations with the family, the fourth house and the roots, but there is newness here with this baby, this newborn here. Some of you may have had even issues with your health, because this is the family tree, which can speak of health. We do have the Four of Swords here, and maybe there was a heavy burden on you, a lot weighing on your shoulders, and there were restrictions, and I see an opening here. I'm going to take an angel answer, dear Aquarius, so I'd like you to think of a question, see if we can't answer it here. Okay, so please, spirit guides and angels for Aquarius from the 1st until the 15th of February, which is one day after Valentine's Day. Just so you know, I am holding a competition. I'm giving away free reading for Valentine's Day. If you would like to enter, please wait till the end of the video. Just before the end of the video, I'm announcing the details. Also, I will have the link in the description box below, so please look out for that so you can go straight there. Let's see if we can answer your question, dear Aquarius. And we have unlikely. Unlikely, and let's see what the book says. Unlikely does not talk of certainty, though, and I may need to take another card. So let me look at this. Okay, the situation you have asked about is unlikely to occur as you are imagining it. There may be a different version of events that will take place, or it may be that what you've asked about is simply not in your highest, greatest good. Place your focus on an alternative possibility. Open your eyes to different opportunities. Be willing to experience a unique and more uplifting outcome than what you had planned for yourself. Let's take one more card, just so we can get another answer. For those of you that this did not resonate, or you're thinking, you know, the unlikely card did not match up with my question. Let's see what else we've got. Peaceful resolution. Okay, so peaceful resolution can help a little bit. Let's see what it's all about. The challenges you're inquiring about are going to come to an end. Conflict will cease and soon be replaced with harmony. There will be a sense of peace shared by all, even if some only agree to disagree. Disagreements will be resolved in your favor. This includes struggles with employers, legal battles, arbitration, and even strife among family or friends. Be forgiving and understanding with those who may have been in error. Allow peace to come and grace and dignity for everyone. All right, what I'd like to do now, dear Aquarius, is I'm going to take some of my handwritten cards. I'm going to take one card for each of these characters, just so you know who is who. This may not resonate for all of you, okay? Just take the cards with a grain of salt. Let's look at that Queen of Wands. I do feel that you are dealing with the Queen of Wands. This is your partner. I can't help myself from falling in love with you every day, and this is the Ace of Cups. Let's take a look at the King of Wands. We have, you can trust me with your heart, babe. I won't ever hurt you. And this is the Five of Cups. Let's look at that King of Cups. So from the sounds of things, sounds like the Queen of Wands has been hurt in the past. Let's look at the King of Cups. I need time to process, to think. Please be patient with me. So could it mean that this is another side to you, dear Aquarius? Then you need time to think, because this is the Seven of Pentacles. So Pentacles are all about taking time out, right? Looking at a situation. Maybe this King of Cups is taking his time before he can take the next step to commit. Let's look at the King of Swords. And we have, I am lost. I don't know what to do. I will go with my gut. I've got no choice. And this is the Two of Swords. So you are trying to trust your intuition, okay? Because obviously with the Two of Swords, you are blindfolded. What I see here is that you are sitting on the Ace of Cups, though. So this could be the beginning for a lot of you. This could be a new love that you're moving into, because you've got the Ace of Cups. And maybe if you haven't been used to being open emotionally, then that's why you're lost. Okay? So it's very interesting to see that the Ace of Cups is here and the Ace of Cups is here. So, dear Aquarius, I will leave it at that. Do stay on for the astrology part of the reading, and after that is the details for the competition, for the free giveaway, the free reading. I'd like to thank you all for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Wishing you all well, and I will be in touch very soon. Thank you so much. Hello everyone, thank you for sticking around for the astrology part of the reading. For those of you that like to know roughly what's going on in the month of February of 2020, hope that you all made it very easily through the very challenging month of January. We're still not out of the storm, still not out of the challenges. I know that mid-month of February until even March, the whole of March, I would say, is going to be fairly demanding and a bit of a challenge, because we're going to have Mars that's going to move into, as you could see, into this sign of Capricorn. It's going to pass over the South Node, then Jupiter and Pluto with Saturn, which, you know, the eclipse that we had on the 10th of January, which was connected to difficult and challenging aspects, was really, really tough. Now, we're not out of the woods yet. As I said, Mars is fire, it's war, it's the ruling planet of Aries. And Aries, the shadow side of Aries can be aggression. Now, Mars can speak of energy and vitality and strength and power. So, you know, with Mars moving over the South Node, which is very karmic, Mars and the South Node, which has to do with past situations, anything to do with what is very familiar, and again, very, very karmic. Mars is asking for us to let go of something of the past. Let it go. That's what the South Node is. It's something that we're supposed to be moving away from. Then Mars will be joining Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and the ruling planet, is in its home sign, which, as you all know, Saturn is amplified in the sign of Capricorn. It is very strong there, as I said, and Mars also likes to be in the sign of Capricorn. It is very strong there. Capricorn is governments, government agencies. It's the law. It's anything to do with the warrior, let's say, you know, that fighter. It's the goat that climbs the mountain. And it does speak of integrity and having to do the hard work. Now, of course, Mars will give us the energy, but because Capricorn is very slow moving and Mars is very fast, it's fire, you know, the downside to this can be aggression, passive aggressiveness, or, you know, even Mars, I suppose, in the sign of Capricorn, will have to slow down and be patient with doing things that are necessary to be done. So we know that Jupiter expands on everything and touches. What is Mars? Mars is, again, quick, fire, challenge, go for it, spontaneity. You know, it's everything that Aries is. Now, Mars can also speak of beginnings. So Jupiter is spirituality. It's something that grows, something that becomes very abundant. So therefore, it amplifies everything to do with Mars. Now, of course, Pluto and Saturn, which are still conjunct, they're still together. We know that Pluto brings transformation. It's, you know, the power. Saturn is the general, let's say, of the planets of the zodiac. And it's very, you know, it needs strategy, needs slow and steady movement. So whatever transformation we've been going through, and this could relate to anything to do with what I mentioned of Capricorn, and Capricorn is also work, it's the 10th house, and it's also our status. So there is a very slow transformation that we're going through. Now, as I said, Mars can be fire. We know that Mars, Pluto, and Saturn are the malefic planets of the zodiac. Therefore, and with Jupiter coming up to this area, even though there's quite a bit of a space between them, they're like 10 degrees apart. Jupiter is a very big planet, and Pluto is very powerful. And again, Pluto and Saturn are very karmic. So with Mars coming over these two big players, Jupiter coming closer, it's going to amplify the karma. It's going to amplify the difficulties. And again, anything can happen. Anything can happen. With Mars being here, it is like that spark that's going to begin a situation where, again, it's going to be, I want to move forward, but I can't because I've got Saturn here, which is, and Pluto, which are asking for transformation. Now, again, Saturn, very slow moving. He's the Lord of time and karma. So therefore, it's like trying to move forward quickly with Mars, but then needing to slow down. And this will all be amplified with Jupiter very close here. So that's why I'm saying that mid-February, from the 16th of February, when Mars will enter Capricorn, it will start to slowly move over these planets, these energies here. Let's go back to the beginning of the month. What is important in February? We've got on the 3rd of February, we're having Mercury entering Pisces. Let's see that. Okay, so the 3rd of February, as you can see here, we've got the 3rd of February, and we're having, well, it's only hours away, let's say. Mercury will be moving into Pisces. Now, Mercury is the mind. Pisces is, it's the divine, it's spiritual, it's very creative as well. So we know that Mercury is all about logic, and Pisces is all about no logic, like we're zonked out, we're living in a dream. It's very dreamy like. So we're going to be seeing things that are very imaginative. Our what we perceive will be through creativity, through seeing something that is very dreamy. That's what the energy that Mercury gets when it's in the sign of Pisces, and it will be moving over, obviously, Neptune which is the ruling planet of Pisces. We did have recently, I'm going to say, a conjunction with Venus and Neptune, which can be very dreamy. It can be the divine love. It can also be money, let's say, through creativity. Okay, and but we did have Venus that was squaring over to Mars. Mars and Venus are very, they're the lovers of the zodiac. And a square is not easy, so it's as though we've turned some sort of a corner. Maybe even with Neptune being the illusion, maybe there was some sort of an argument or a misunderstanding where, relationships are concerned. Now, Venus is very strong. She loves being in Pisces, so that gives her more power. And anyway, let's go on to the 7th of the month, which is, now the hours may be a little bit off, doesn't really matter. Venus is going to enter Aries, and Venus turns from dreamy, romantic, let's say, very sacrificial. She turns into the warrior queen, let's say, where she actually she goes towards and she wants to take a risk on love. She's action orientated. She's ready for new beginnings, and she does become the warrior queen, as I said. So very fire, Aries is fire, so very fire stricken. She's ready to go for what she wants, and that gives her the energy, obviously. So full moon on February 9th. So let's go on to the 9th of the month. We're having a full moon. Yes, so the full moon will be in the sign of Leo, and it is at 20 degrees. So it is obviously it's the time of Aquarius, so happy birthday if you are an Aquarian. Okay, so 20 degrees is, if you have, let's say, something in your chart, for those of you that are familiar with your charts. If you are not, please go to astro.com, put in your details there for a natal birth chart, put in your birth details, the exact time if you know it, and you can get your natal chart. You can see where all your planets are. So yes, if you've got something around the 20-degree mark, obviously this full moon will be touching on your life. Now, full moons are culminations. It is some sort of completion. Leo is all about the heart. It's the child that wants to go out and play. It's all about flirtation. It's all about creating something of your own. It's a risk that you're needing or wanting to take. And Leo is also the heart. So it's also bringing things out and showing the world. Okay, now, being the star, being up on stage, that's what is culminating here with a full moon in Leo. Now, what I wanted to say also is that for those of you that know which are the important points, let's say rising, the ascendant, the descendant, the midheaven, and the IC, right? So those points are very important in the chart. So if you do have anything on those points connecting to the full moon, even with the full moon close to one of these very important points, it is a very important time for you. So I want to say, because the full moon is in Leo, obviously it is some sort of a culmination also, which will be affecting the rest of the fire signs. So Aries and Sagittarius, as well as Leo, will be the most that are affected. Okay, let's go into the next transit. As I said, the 16th of the month is when Mars will be moving into the sign of Capricorn. Now, it is showing up in Sag. I don't want to go hours forward, back and forth. Anyway, so Capricorn will be moving into the sign of Capricorn, as I explained earlier. And what do we have here? On the same day, we are actually having Mercury turning retrograde. Now, let me go forward a few hours so I can show you that. Okay, so I just moved Mercury forward so you could see how it will be retrograde. And of course, it's on the 2nd of February, it will be moving into its shadow period. So on the 17th, well, I'm in the Northern Hemisphere on the 17th. So for others, it could be on the 16th, depending on, it's only hours difference, nevertheless. So yes, it will be turning retrograde, and it will continue up until the 9th of March, when it will station to go direct. So it will leave its retrograde shadow zone, let's say, at the end of March, on the 29th of March. So we're talking roughly around 2 months, both shadow periods in the beginning and in the end, but the retrograde is usually around 3 weeks, maybe just over. So, okay, a couple of days after that, we're having the sun move into Pisces. Okay, so here we are, and the sun moving into Pisces. Again, happy birthday to you, Piscean people, and wishing you all the best on your birthday. This is a very important time for you in your lives. Okay, our birthday month is always full of blessings. So, and obviously, very soon, in the next few days, you get your new moon, but I will get to that. We've got one more thing to mention on the 20th of the month. 20th of the month, we have Jupiter sextiling Neptune, and where are we? Jupiter in Capricorn, which is sextiling over to Neptune. And we know that Jupiter expands on everything. Neptune is very dreamy. Sometimes, a sextile is very positive. So this is the first consecutive of 3 meetings with Jupiter and Neptune. Neptune in Pisces is very strong. Again, very dreamy. Could be those rose-colored glasses. It can be a very spiritual time. Both Neptune and Jupiter are very spiritual. And we know that also with Jupiter, it's all about our belief system. So it could also include any connections with people from different backgrounds as well. It is a time of generosity and compassion. That's what Pisces is. And this is expanding, obviously, with Jupiter as well. So, as I said, this is the first conversation with these 2 big planets. And there's 2 more, which will be, I think the next one will be sometime in July and then in October. Now, also the last very important thing is the new moon on the 23rd. We're having a new moon in Pisces. As I was saying, dear Pisces, this is your annual new moon. It's a very lucky time for you, very beneficial. Make sure, and I'm talking to everyone now, to set out those intentions. Send your wishes out to the divine. Pisces is the divine. This is an amazing time for letting the divine know what you wish to bring for you. And you never know, in a matter of 6 months, this could be what will happen for you. Okay, now let's go a few hours forward, since we know that with new moons, we've got the moon and the sun together, as you can see here. Here we go. The sun and the moon at 4 degrees in the sign of Pisces. Okay, so new beginnings, that's what new moons are all about. And it is happening at 4 degrees. 4 degrees roughly of Pisces. So again, for those of you that have your birthday 4 degrees would be the first decan of the sign of Pisces. So for those of you that have your birthday on the first days of the season, the Piscean season, for you it's especially very important that there are new beginnings, and this is a wild card for you, a very, very lucky time. All right, everyone, so I think I will leave it at that. Soon, just one last thing, we're going to be having not very long, a couple of months to go before the nodes are going to change from Cancer, Capricorn to Gemini and Sagittarius to that axis. So I will get into that when we get to that time. Thank you for listening. Hope that this was a little bit of enlightenment for you, for those of you that are astrology lovers, beginners mainly, because we don't go very deep into the astrology. Just a last thing that I want to show here is that I don't know about you guys if you've had any synchronicities or anything like that recently, but what I keep seeing is 444. 44 is everywhere. Usually I'm the person who sees number 11, and that's why I've called my channel Divine Debut 11. But the past month, I would say roughly, it's 444 all the time, and they're angel numbers. So it's saying that, to me personally, it's saying that whatever difficulties we're all going through, the divine is still there looking out for us. So for those of you that have been through hardship, and it's most of us, since the beginning of the even end of last year, know that this too will pass, and always positive thinking brings a positive outcome. That's how energy works. So again, thank you very much. Wishing you all well. Talk to you very soon. Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. Letting you know that I am hosting a competition for Valentine's Day, and what that will include. So the winner will be able to win from me a 40-minute love reading using tarot. Okay, so if you'd like to enter, this competition is going to be done through Instagram. So what you need to do is, first of all, I have my Instagram link in the description box below, at Divine Debut 11. So if you don't know how that's spelled, please check it out in the description box. What you need to do is go to my Instagram, find the post about the competition, which will be up there. You also have to tag 2 friends in the comments. Okay, so we will be choosing from the people who have tagged 2 of their friends, obviously. Also, make sure that you are following me on Instagram. Now, the more times that you comment, the higher your chances are of winning. Okay, so the winner will be chosen from the comments, okay, which we'll be checking that they have tagged 2 friends. So the competition is going to start from as soon as you can find the as soon as you can find that post about the competition. So you could start to enter. The competition will end on the 11th of February, so on the 11th of the 2nd of 2020. Okay, very important date. Now, the delivery of the prize will be for the lucky winner on the 14th of February. I should say that the prize will be, the reading will be done before that, but they will receive it and in relation to Valentine's Day. So they may receive it the day after, on the 12th, on the 13th, at the latest on the 14th. Okay, so you have to contact me through Instagram. Okay, that's the only way that you can enter this competition. And it is my pleasure to do this for you. One lucky person, as I said, will win a free love reading. I would like to thank you all so much for all that you do for my channel. This is me giving something back to you. I do receive your love daily, and this is just something extra for Valentine's Day. There will be more to come, more competitions like this. For those of you that are interested in what's happening with me, I am settling in slowly in this new environment. It takes a while though, and being a Virgo, everything's got to be perfect. So look out for more coming from my channel. And also, I would like to wish you all good luck, and I will be announcing the winner. Obviously, I will be posting it on Instagram, so you know who the actual winner is. All right, thank you all so much, and talk to you soon.